Hi Gemini, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot, and welcome to your weekly tarot forecast for the week of September 11th through the 17th. This is for Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, and Gemini Rising signs. So Gemini, for this reading, I'm using the Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot deck along with the Healing with the Angels Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. Alright, such an interesting reading, Gemini. My goodness. Alright, we have Judgment at the bottom of the deck. So Judgment is a very powerful major arcana energy. It can represent a judgment call. So maybe some of you are receiving a judgment. It could be a legal judgment. It could be a decision that's significant. For other Geminis, you could be making a decision. There could be some Geminis that you're hearing the call. It's time for you to take some sort of action. There could be an awakening or, some revelations taking place this week. With Judgment, though, it's also a healing energy. And I can see here that the Geminis that I'm reading for here this week definitely have maybe felt challenged or dealt with some obstacles maybe recently. So if you can't resonate with this reading, I highly suggest watching your other signs. So watch your sun, watch your moon, watch your rising sign, because this reading might be for a select number of Geminis, which your readings have been really positive, I believe, lately. Yeah, this is for a select group of Geminis. With Judgment, though, there's some sort of rebirth. Some of you are rising up from this difficult period, being reborn in a sense here, because the overall energy is the Five of Cups. Clarifying, we have the Five of Pentacles. So two fives here. Some of you definitely feeling challenged, maybe emotional. Maybe a little emotional here, definitely with the Five of Cups. This can be someone who's very doubtful. Obviously, the Five of Cups can represent pain, heartache, loss. So there could be some Geminis that you just went through a breakup or some sort of loss. But then for other Geminis, this is a very doubtful, a very pessimistic, overly emotional energy. It can be someone who's too focused on the past, focusing on what they lost, what they no longer have, or just if you're trying to manifest something, focusing on the more negative side of things. Like if something's taking a long time to manifest, focusing on that instead of keeping your mind focused on your goal and being more positive. This can be someone who's now starting to feel a little bit doubtful. Might have something to do with finances with the Five of Pentacles here. Could be a financial loss of some kind. Or if a relationship ended, you might feel this lack financially. But also with the Five of Pentacles, it can be someone who's maybe feeling a little lonesome. They might feel abandoned or left out in the cold in some way, feeling a lack of support. So some of you are definitely feeling challenged. But with that being said, the good news is we have Judgment here at the bottom of the deck. So you're rising up from whatever this is. So whatever this difficult energy was for you, for those of you that can resonate with this, again, it's just a general reading, you're rising up from this. So I can see that you've gone through some sort of hardship, some sort of difficult energies here, but you're rising up from this. And, you know, these are just minor arcana energies here. Judgment, like I mentioned, it's a powerful energy. It's a major arcana. So you are healing from this. Now, we also have this mental energy here with the Eight of Swords. So maybe some of you feeling stuck, feeling trapped, dealing with some confusion, maybe a lot of fear, a lot of worries. Very much some of you stuck in your head and fearing the worst, doubting that this outcome is going to be positive. But this is you worrying unnecessarily, and I think it's because you've been waiting. With the Hanged Man, you've been waiting. Now, maybe some of you are waiting on communication or news, waiting on some sort of enlightenment, waiting on some sort of answers. And that's why we have this energy here. But with the Hanged Man, it's just a temporary energy. And Mercury did just go direct. There is that shadow period of about 2 weeks. So things are going to pick up for you. Things are going to feel a lot lighter for some of you. And, you know, communication isn't going to be, there's not going to be restrictions with that. the energy is now moving forward. So if you've been waiting on news and you've been dealing with some delays, that news, that communication is on its way. I think some of you have definitely been waiting on a decision. Now, it could be a legal decision for some of you, but then maybe for other Geminis, this is definitely on the relationship front. Waiting on a decision from another person. For some of you, could have went through a breakup. Maybe you want to get back together with that person. But we see you moving towards this new beginning. We have the Ace of Wands here. So this is an exciting new beginning. It could be anything from an idea, some sort of like spark of inspiration, to a new adventure, a new relationship, a creative project, some sort of exciting new beginning here. And this is actually what you're moving towards, but I think that some of you are a little bit in a hurry. This is you a little impatient here. There's some confusion around this, but that news, that decision, it's on its way. This is exactly what you're moving towards. But with the Knight of Swords energy, I think that some of you are in a hurry. But it's going to happen. So if you're waiting to be able to manifest something new within your life, an exciting new beginning, it's going to happen. We do have the Nine of Cups here, which is wish fulfillment. So you are going to be starting something new. It's going to be something that maybe you were wishing for, or it's going to be something that makes you very happy. This is that emotional abundance. And then we do have the King of Swords here. So you are going to be happy here. Some of you are receiving a wish. This is definitely your energy. I think that with the King of Swords underneath the Knight of Swords, I think that some of you, again, are a little impatient here. You're in a rush. And I think really getting things balanced here this week. Balancing your thoughts, definitely. Balancing your emotions, definitely. Really needing to get centered here. Needing to be more like the King of Swords. The King is more mature. He's, you know, he's someone who has his emotions definitely in control. So some of you need to really just get more balanced here this week. And that's emotionally, that's mentally. Maybe even some of you needing to take a step back with the Hanged Man, needing to take a step back. There's the need to see things from a different perspective. So if you are waiting on something, really, I advise you to take that step back, to go off and spend some time alone and try to see things from a different perspective. And if you do that, I think you'll realize that things aren't that bad and you are moving towards this new beginning. It's just some of you, need to be patient here. This is going to be like a revival of some sort for some of you. This is some sort of recovery or rebirth that's taking place. Some of you could have just went through a loss or just some sort of hardships, a difficult time. And with this new beginning, it's like bringing new life back in. It's an exciting new beginning. So it's just some of you are maybe in a hurry for that to happen because you went through this difficult time. But everything's going to work out in your favor. Now, with the King of Swords, he also could be like an attorney. He could be another air sign person. That this could be the person you're waiting on. You could be waiting on news from this person. This person could be your attorney, and you're waiting on news from him that allows for this new beginning. But just really needing to stay positive. But let's pull you an additional guidance card. Additional guidance for Gemini. There could be some Geminis that maybe a relationship has just ended. With Judgment, though, some of you might be trying to get back together. There is a chance that there could be some Geminis you might be reconciling. If a relationship has maybe ended recently, there is the chance for some of you to maybe try again here. Okay, so we have spiritual growth and then study. Some of you are definitely growing spiritually with spiritual growth and then study. I think some of you are learning, some of you are becoming more spiritual, definitely maybe reading and learning about, maybe different, it could be different religions, it could just be spirituality in general. I think that some of you are definitely growing and maybe reading about spirituality. for some of you. So there definitely are some Geminis that you're growing spiritually here. But also, I'm also getting, for those of you that are maybe waiting on some news or waiting to be able to charge forward, waiting to move towards this new beginning here, I think what can help you is with the Hanged Man and spiritual growth, and then also Judgment. I think that some of you are going to be going through this awakening of some kind. I think that there is going to be an awakening of some kind, some sort of spiritual awakening here. But I think that if you take some you time, go off and spend some time alone, and maybe even do some research here. There needs to be some sort of study, some sort of research. It will benefit you greatly. So for those of you that are waiting on something, I think if you do a little research, it's actually going to help you. And there could be some sort of awakening that's taking place here. So for those of you that you're waiting on something here, that's advised here, definitely. Turn to your spirituality to help you get through this time, but also maybe some of you needing to take that you time and needing to maybe do some research here, because that could be something that helps you. Okay, Gemini, so I hope that you found this reading helpful. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. And if you are interested in receiving a private reading from me, please check me out at northeasttarot.com. I wish you all a wonderful week. Take care.